time, so thanks for checking in. So we're doing the draw for the Swan River Classic tonight, that'll be played over this weekend. So just before we do the draw, I'll just run through what the format is. So the 1-4-7 format, if people haven't seen it before, everybody plays one frame against 7 different opponents. The frames are time limited to 21 minutes. So if you finish your frame before that time, then you just finish your frame, but otherwise 21 minutes goes off. That's the end of the frame. The winner, the placings are decided by whoever has scored the most points across all of those 7 frames. So winning the frame isn't relevant, it's just who scored the most points. Slightly different rules from normal snooker. There's ball in hand anywhere on the table after any foul, and there's no foul and a miss, and no points apply for the fouls. So that means the only way to score points is by potting balls. So that makes an exciting format. The way we'll run our tournament on the weekend, we'll start with 4 groups of 8. We still have a few spots remaining, so there'll be a few missing places in the draw to do tonight, and we'll fill them by the time we start on Saturday. The top 4 from each group will go through to 2 further groups on Sunday. We'll do another random draw for those, so there's no seedings based on results or anything, it's just totally all random. Then the top 4 of those groups will then go into the final group on Sunday afternoon, and the winner, the placings are all based on the points scored in that group. Prize money is a total of $3,800, so it's $800 to the winner, $600 for the runner-up, $400 for 3rd and 4th, $200 for those remaining players in the final group, and $100 goes to the players who qualify for the Sunday groups but don't progress, so the bottom 4 in the Sunday morning groups. Dress code will be what we call semi-formal. So there's a long sleeve shirt, trousers and dress shoes. So no t-shirts, no polo shirts, no jeans, no sneakers. Long sleeve shirt, trousers and dress shoes. You know the drill. So to answer a few questions that people have had, so a few have come in through Facebook and a few people asked me through the week, is there a shot clock? And the answer is no, there's not a shot clock on the individual shots, it's just 21 minutes total for the frame. If you're choosing to play slow, or if you are a slow player, then I guess that costs you time. It costs your opponents time as well, but I guess it costs your opponents equally if you're normally a slow player. Looking at you, Neville. We will be very mindful of people wasting time though. If it comes down towards the end and you think, well, I'm 20 points in front of this guy, I better just slow things down. We will be cracking down on that, and you can disqualify yourself from the tournament basically. So if the frame is complete within the 20 minutes? That's just the end of the frame. Well done. Have a break till everyone else's time runs out. It's just the one frame. It's only just there is a time limit of 21 minutes. And so if you're clever, you work out you're playing 7 frames of 21 minutes. So that's 147 minutes. Whoa. Next question, can I take a free ball? The answer is no. After any foul, you place the cue ball anywhere on the table you like. So unless you're completely snookered from every available position, there's no free ball. That goes on, the idea of the game is that there is only 147 points available on the table. Which leads into the next question, are there penalty points for a foul? No, there's no penalty points. It's just the ball in hand anywhere on the table. So 147 points are what's available to score. You only score by potting balls. What if scores are tied at the end of the frame? Well, that doesn't matter because it's just who scored the most points across all the frames. So winning that frame doesn't matter. If you would have had a respot of black, don't bother about it. It doesn't matter. It's just the 147 points. What if a player goes in off the black? Well, since there's no points given for the foul, we still need to pot the black, so the black comes back up onto its spot and you carry on from there. It's not the end of the frame, it's the 147 points. So in 6 red, we have a rule where it's a foul to snooker behind the nominated colour after you've potted a red. So is that a foul similar to 6 red where we don't play foul and miss and we give ball in hand after a foul? No, that's a specific rule for the 6 red format. For this 147 format, if you want to roll up behind the colour, that's your prerogative. You're costing yourself some points by not potting the colour. And maybe it'll work for you to get a better position if the player fails to get out of the snooker and you get a foul. Will there be referees? For the early groups, no, there really is no need for a referee for these because there's no decisions to be made as to whether there's a foul and a miss or, so where balls get put back. So it's all about just potting balls. For the final group, obviously we'll try to have people there to assist with just pulling the balls out and calling the scores, just to help the flow of the games along. So that just about covers everything. If anyone's got any more questions, then let us know and we'll give you the answer. On the day, one more question that perhaps should have gone in. So there will be a single timer that we'll have set up on a TV screen in the venue. So every table will have to start at the same instant and there's no chance to stop in the middle of a frame. The timer will just keep running down. So your 21 minutes, we'll need to really keep things moving throughout the day. If we waste time, we'll end up defeating the purpose of having the exciting short format. So we'll move on now to do the draw. So at this stage, unfortunately we have had a couple of withdrawals today. So our numbers are down a little on what we were hoping to have, but we will aim to fill those numbers up to the 32 by the weekend. If it turns out we are 1 or 2 short, then some groups may not get the full 7 frames, but they'll just be having a bye and they'll be competing against each other against the same number of frames. There's no comparison against other groups that are needed. But so we'll draw the names out now. So at the moment we have 27 names. So we'll draw out 4 groups. I'll start with 7 groups in each of the first 3, and then that will leave 6 for the remaining for Group D. So the first groups I draw out will be playing first thing in the morning on Saturday at 10 o'clock. And the groups C and D, they will be starting get there at 1:30 for possibly a 2 p.m. start at the latest, but please be there at 1:30. So we have our name tags here, so we'll just draw out the names as they come into Group A to begin with and move on from there. So just do a nice little shuffle. You can tell I'm obviously not a card player. Okay, so here we go. So starting with Group A, we have Janine Rollings, Jeremy Giannini, Wayne Rollings. Oh, this is awesome. How about the random draw? Stephen Stratman, Michael Tomic, Naki Alizada, and Baden Dewey. So those are the 7 names so far for Group A. 10 o'clock start. Moving to Group B. Manoj Agrawal, Ben Foster, Adam Wyard, Vince Lawson, Arif Hashimi, Todd Slaymaker, all out from Bunbury, and Kieran Stewart, also all the way out from Bunbury. How about that? So that's Group B, another 10 o'clock start. Now on to Group C, so these are afternoon sessions, so get there for a 1:30 start. Neville Lovis, John Harris, Mark Clem, Ben Judge, Barry Saxon, Brian Howe, and Rob Glenton. So that's Group C, and now to Group D. Also get there for 1:30 please. Jack Downing, Peter Greaves, Asif Rahimi, Simon Ray, Fred Devine, and Troy Ginman. So that's our draw. So we have groups A and B for the morning, C and D for the afternoon. Thank you very much for checking in and watching our live draw. First time we've done this kind of thing, and I'm sure we can improve in future draws. But thanks again, and I'll see you Saturday.